The first episode opens with Leif recounting the moment he first laid eyes on Sigrid. Foreign swords had come to invade their Volsung lands. Though Leif and his army were few, their enemies were many. Just then Sigrid appeared, her shield emblazoned with Volsung markings. With fierce determination, she cut down men and horses alike, her sword arm drenched in blood to the shoulder. Neither helmet nor mail coat could withstand her that day. Together Leif and Sigrid fought valiantly, eliminating their foes until a Valkyrie descended, poised to decide who would live and die on that field. They were spared, and the Valkyrie bowed to Sigrid. In that moment, Leif fell in love with her. Later, Sigrid shares the story of their meeting with Leif's men. Leif takes her to a place where he envisions their future home after their wedding. Delighted, Sigrid becomes intimate with him, and as they watch the stars together, she explains that they are known as the Thiazi's eyes, watching over her people's land. She knows he has never seen her sky, as few travel to her home. Sigrid yearns for peace among the nations, so she can marry among her kin. Expressing her wish for him to meet her family, Leif promises to do so, and they decide to ride in the morning. Sigrid's friend Hervor senses their departure and mentions that Sigrid has not yet borne children. Sigrid explains that Leif desires her more than heirs. Hervor is relieved, believing that children would take them away from the battlefield, but warns that their clan may view their wedding differently, whispering that it could anger the gods. Leif visits his father's resting place to speak of Sigrid, who might give him a grandson or not. Regardless, he seeks his father's blessing for their marriage. He manages to take his father's sword before riding off with Sigrid. As they journey, Sigrid blows a horn that reveals a passageway across the sea, leading them to Jotunheim, where two giants are locked in fierce battle. One turns out to be her brother Sommer, and the other Fjolverker. The trio embraces as Sigrid reunites with her father Glomar, who sits upon his throne. He explains that they are giant folk, children of Sutung, and do not feast with men. Sigrid reminds him of the name of his domain, the Open Hand, but Glomar is resolute, refusing to allow strangers on his land. Leif respectfully addresses Glomar as king, presenting his father's sword as a marriage token, along with the Volsung hoard as the bride price for Sigrid, each coin taken from a wicked man. He also offers silver and seeds. Glomar agrees to the wedding, and Leif shares drinks with his future in-laws. Sigrid discusses Hafli's abandoned watchtower with her father, who assures her that the gods do not venture there and that she will be safe with her king. Glomar reflects on Sigrid's late mother, revealing his hopes that she would return after her death. He reminds Sigrid that she is and always will be a giant. The wedding unfolds with Glomar praising Sigrid. She and Leif exchange gifts, but their celebration is interrupted by the arrival of Thor and Balder, who are hunting Loki. The giants remind them that no gods dwell on their land. Thor warns that his brother Balder advocates for peace when he would prefer war, convinced that Loki is nearby and refusing to leave without him. Thor attacks Glomar and his people, prompting Glomar to order Sigrid to take the children to safety. In the ensuing chaos, Glomar fights Thor, but the god shatters his skull with his hammer, decimating the land and killing all in his path. Balder, aware that Sigrid and Leif survived, lies to Thor, claiming that everyone is dead. Sigrid screams in anguish at the sight of her homeland burning and vows to kill Thor before her last breath. Just then, she is dragged down to the underworld by Loki, who had been disguised as a lizard. He tells her she has reached Hell's red door and offers her a chance to drink deep, promising her Thor's blood in return.